about me, I don't do drugs, but I have been using a lot of Monistat 1 recently. Working my way up to recreational use of boric acid suppositories. If you don't know what those are, you either don't have a vagina or you have a perfect one, and congratulations. Those are yeast infection medications. I have chronic yeast infections. Yeah, let's give it up for that. One time in college, I had one that was so bad that I did get prescribed boric acid suppositories, boric acid is just poison that you can put in you. And my doctor was very clear when she prescribed it. She was like, when you are using this medication, you cannot have sex of any kind because it could literally kill your sexual partner. Literally kill your sexual partner? And let me tell you, those 10 days that I was walking around campus with an absolutely lethal snatch were the best 10 days of my life. Oh my God. Okay, but don't worry, I don't have one now. You're safe, okay? I've left that stage behind. I'm a bartender now, yeah. Woo, yeah, it's great, but I think I'm a little over it. Because when I started bartending, I thought it was gonna be like in the movies, you know? I was gonna say like sexy, cool stuff like The Usual. That's sexy to me because it's like someone anticipating your needs, I guess. But I very quickly realized it's like a lot more like babysitting. For example, yesterday a woman called me a bitch because I wouldn't give her a whole orange, which is like a huge toddler move. Thought maybe she was gonna ask for Cheerios next. Yeah, so I'm over it. And I will say, I don't get hit on as much as I thought that I would. But I do get like one little freak who's obsessed with me. That's something that happens to me at work. Like, for example, after a shift one time, a guy with just these big adult braces came up to me and he said, "You're so beautiful, like you probably have a boyfriend, but I would love to take you out to dinner." And I said, "Oh my God, that's so flattering. I do have a boyfriend, but thank you." Lies across the board, of course, but I find it's easier to get a guy to leave you alone if you're like, "Oh, no, another man has already claimed me." Right, ladies? Oh, God. But not this guy. He was in it to win it. I said, "I'm so sorry. I have a boyfriend." And he said, "Ah, yes, okay. But is it going well?" And he had me there. But, he was pretty drunk when he did that. As a bartender, I see a lot of different people drunk on a lot of different types of things, and I've come to the conclusion that the most dangerous kind of drunk we have is red wine drunk. Has anybody here ever been drunk on red wine? Let me hear ya. Everybody, oh my God, amazing. A bunch of mentally ill people in the crowd. Wow, it's such an intense kind of drunk. It's so emotional. Oh my God. Like if you're out at a bar with a bunch of your friends and one of your friends is drinking red wine, you better go check on them. Look in the notes app of their phone because there is certainly some of the most devastating poetry you've ever read in there. Without a doubt. One time when I was working, this woman came in for like a corporate happy hour that her work was hosting. And in front of her coworkers, she drank 3 Cabernets in 1 hour, and of course was sobbing by the end of it. And I watched her coworker have to do a thing that we've all had to do, which is comfort a drunk woman as if she's a small child. You know, she went over and she went, "Hey girl, why are you crying?" And the woman just looked at her, glassy-eyed, wistful tears streaming down her face, and was like, "I don't know." That's the power of red wine. We don't know why we cry. If you are a guy and you want to know what it's like to get your period, drink 3 Cabernets in 1 hour. If you're on your period and you drink 3 Cabernets in 1 hour, go to the hospital. My girlfriend and I, our periods recently synced up, which is pretty exciting. My girlfriend romantically, I mean, I have a girlfriend, not to brag, if you guys, anybody else with a girlfriend in the crowd? Anybody like their girlfriend? Yeah, big fan of my girlfriend. I've never had a girlfriend before. The other day, we had to pause having sex to gossip. It was like, I'm so serious, it was like one of the best moments of my life. Oh my God. I used to identify as bisexual, but I think I'm probably just a lesbian. Because my whole thing is like, if we have sex, I fall in love with you. And that's pretty gay, right? But I have historically dated a lot of guys. I've dated like a lot of Scooby-Doo villains. Now let me explain. Just like weird looking dudes. They don't act right. And the more you get to know them, the more you realize, whoop, there's an even worse guy underneath. Thank you. Call Scooby and the gang. And one of the worst dates I ever went on was with a guy. It was in college, during a period in which this was fit for human consumption. Anyway, it was like a second date or something, and I texted him to confirm our plans. I said, "Are we still on for tonight? By the way, what are we doing?" And he said, "Yes, we're still on, and it's a surprise." Okay. In my experience, whenever a guy takes you on a surprise date, he's taking you to the beach at night. Has anybody else had this experience? Or am I just dating really sketchy guys? Or he's doing something worse, I guess, which is what this guy did. So we get in his car, we drive to North Hollywood. Already, I'm not happy. We get out of his car, it's a warehouse, and he says, voila, escape room. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, awesome. So the premise of this date is that I'm trapped. Good. Amazing. And here's the thing. Have you guys been to an escape room? Let me hear you if you've been to an escape room. Yes, okay. An escape room it's a puzzle. It's like a giant puzzle, right? And he didn't do me the courtesy before taking me to this place of like, trying to figure out how stupid I am first. I'm very stupid. I am not good at puzzles at all. So I reluctantly go into this escape room. The theme, in case you're wondering, is vaguely Egypt. And so we go in, there's one other couple, and my date and this other couple, oh my God, they're like speeding through the escape room. I'm a few steps behind them like, I think this is a clue. The employee is like, that is the emergency exit. Do not touch that. We make it all the way through, and we take a picture at the end like, yeah, we did it, but I don't really feel like I've earned it, you know? Yeah, but I will say, that guy did ask me out again. Because I may be stupid, but I am very beautiful.